Our great thanks to all Red Circles of Fire subscribers.
Love ya. Hit that notify bell for superb new content.
Chapter 15. The Blessings. The next morning, Ola-Rhea was awakened by a pang of nausea. It was the dreaded morning sickness that often accompanied pregnancy. Already she had not had much rest due to the restlessness of her unborn child as they kicked inside her belly all night. She wrapped her robes in such a way as to leave her full belly exposed comfortably and slowly sauntered out into the beautiful little garden that was attached to Tulu's home. Early sunlight streamed through a wide rock crevice as though the sun's ray were a heavenly blessing of peace. She meditated and prayed a small prayer to Mother Awama in the hopes of a good delivery of her child. Out walked both Oto-Mani and Diodi. They saw Ola-Rhea praying and softly crept so not to startle her. When she slowly opened her eyes, she gleamed. "Brothers, I was just meditating and praying. This little royal never lets me forget they're here, like that's possible," she tittered. "How are you feeling, sister?" Oto-Mani had a look of concern as he and Diodi sat down on either side of her. They tried to speak quietly so not to arouse their hosts. "I'm fine, brother. Although I fear I may not make it to Makana City. My motherly intuition tells me that this little one is not going to wait." She again rubbed her swollen belly. "Oh, I see." Oto-Mani responded somberly. Diodi added, "Well, we understand. We'll just have to wait for them here." Seeing her brother's eyes crinkle with worry, Ola-Rhea comforted them by smoothing their taut jaws with the palms of her hands. No, you won't. Rhea," they protested, each holding one of her hands. "Listen to me. I don't have grand visions like someone does." She nudged Oto-Mani with her elbow. "But I have this feeling, a strong womanly sense, that me and the little one are not supposed to journey with you two. We are meant to stay here with Tulu and Lolo for a little while. I know you will return for us as soon as you can." Diodi spoke first. "That doesn't make sense. We're not leaving you. I insist. If we can trust his visions," nodding her head toward Oto-Mani, "then you must trust my intuition." Oto-Mani was not having it. "No, Rhea. No way am I leaving my sister and my heir behind in this strange—" "Well, good morning," interrupted a voice wearing a mischievous smirk. At the rounded garden doorway stood Lolo, purple toga over their shoulder, and she accompanied Tulu, who wore his usual orange robes. They must have each stirred after hearing the movements of their house guests. "So, you think we are strange?" Lolo queried through the same smirk. Lolo seemed far more amused than offended. Oto-Mani and Diodi rose. "Please forgive my choice of words, father, brother, and—" Raising a hand, Tulu spoke as though he had overheard nothing that was said in the last few moments. "May a circle of blessings surround you, my children." It was a common greeting of his order. Oto-Mani still apologized. "I'm deeply sorry for my choice of words. We are still weary from the journey." "Child, no worries," clucked Lolo. "Y'all were just speaking your minds. I like straight shooters." Lolo winked. "We fellow sharpshooters especially like folks who put the bullets right on the target." The three had no idea what Lolo's metaphor meant, but they grinned in agreement. Tulu reassured them. "My home is your home, my children. If some of you wish to stay and others need to depart, your needs are my needs, your wishes are my wishes. Stay as long as you like." So, the old man had been eavesdropping. Ola-Rhea narrowed her gaze. "Thank you for your generosity, Father-Brother Tulu. But I know the three of us are wondering why in all of Makana you have been so very accommodating to us. Why have you not asked us anything about ourselves?" Lolo snapped their fingers while laughing. "Damn, Miss Rhea! Honey, that one was right between the eyes." Tulu whispered a gentle admonishment, daughter-son. Lolo replied in exasperation, "Okay, Baba, I know, tick-a-lock." Lolo swallowed an imaginary key. Tulu continued, "The first truth is that we are Makana, my children. We are a family who already know each other. The second truth is that I know you are on a great mission, a great journey, unlike any other. I only pray that I have been and can be helpful to you in your quest." Diodi and Oto-Mani were stunned by Tulu's revelation, but Ola-Rhea was unmoved. "How did you—" Oto-Mani did not complete his question. Multiple times the Celestial Sisters had given signs, premonitions, and literally halted the movements of others to clear their path. Mother Awama told them that these supernatural intrusions would continue, So, it was reasonable for them to assume that Tulu's generosity was just another cleared path on their journey. With her eyes betraying her words, Ola-Rhea replied, "Whatever be your reasons, we thank you, Father-Brother Tulu and Sister-Brother Lolo, for your generosity. And now, Father-Brother, I am ready for you to bless my child." Tulu smiled like another morning ray of the garden's sunlight. "Wonderful." Ola-Rhea rose to her feet with a little assistance, and Tulu walked to stand before her, slowly rubbing his palms together in a circular motion before he placed them upon her bare belly. Tulu then said solemnly, "Sister-daughter, may the divine circles ensure the safe delivery of your child as another healthy offspring to the Makana and to the Rakana families." None were surprised by these words referencing both lands, and he added, "May this special child be the one to reunite our peoples and bring us an everlasting and loving peace." He stooped over and whispered something to the unborn little one, so silent that even Ola-Rhea could not hear Tulu's words. All present instinctually declared, "And so it is." After gratefully hugging Tulu in spite of her abdomen, Ola-Rhea turned to Oto-Mani and Diodi. "Now, it's time that the union of two lovely people also be blessed by the father-brother," Lolo huffed. "Yes, baby girl. But which of these beautiful men are going to marry me first?" Caught off guard, Ola-Rhea coughed up a lively laugh. "I love me some Lolo!" All shared a hearty chuckle. Oto-Mani turned to Diodi. "I think she means us." Diodi's expression turned from mirth to a patina of doubt. Diodi confided, "I don't know. I love you dearly, but what? Let's formalize the truth." Lolo seconded the motion. "Yes, baby boy. He's as cute as hell and has a good attitude. Gone ahead and marry him or I will." Diodi sighed and with a grimace took Oto-Mani's hand. Without another word, for none was needed, Tulu stood in between Diodi and Oto-Mani and placed his hands on the tops of their heads. Then he declared, "With each of you, may the divine circles bless your marriage as you give the entire spheres of your minds, bodies, and souls to your beloved other." Tulu then added words he had not said when blessing the twins dressed in yellow in the temple. While placing his bent elbows on the shoulders of Oto-Mani and Diodi, he touched both sides of his head. "Now, I withdraw any spiritual hindrance to the two of you standing in your own truths and freely loving beyond the present circle." All said, and so it is. All except Lolo. After a delicious and hearty breakfast of mushroom, potatoes, and berries, Diodi and Oto-Mani prepared for their journey without Ola-Rhea. They both still had great reluctance and remorse about leaving her behind. But she insisted, and they trusted Lolo's and Tulu's assurances that she and the child would absolutely be safe and cared for, most especially if she delivered her baby. So, the newly married couple set out on a new leg of their quest, not certain of their path, but they recalled the Great Mother's instructions to follow other pilgrims. After Oto-Mani and Diodi bid a heartfelt goodbye to Ola-Rhea and Tulu, Lolo caught the two men in private before they departed. Tulu revealed and held in front of them an Orbani. Oto-Mani and Diodi stepped back in surprise. Lolo whispered, "Like fire gold, this object is also forbidden in Makana. But honey, why call it paradise if you have to follow rules?" "I don't understand." Oto-Mani replied. Tulu shushed him. "You're going to need this." "Why are you doing this?"
Let's just say I care. And in times like these, we queer folks gotta stick together.
Now, good people, please like, comment, and subscribe to catch the next thrilling episode of Red Circles of Fire.